Hi everybody, this is Amber from Paradise of Pages, and I am doing my Christmas/December book haul for you guys. I have so many books that I got for Christmas, and I also bought some for myself as well, that I decided I'd just go ahead and do a vlog for you guys. I know a couple of you have been asking for it as well, so I guess let's get started. First, I'm going to show the few things that I got that were book related, but they're not necessarily a book. My boyfriend's sister sent me this little guy. I believe you pronounced his name Smog, but if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. He's a dragon, I guess, from the Hobbit series. I've never read it, so it's definitely something that I do need to get around to, but she knows that I love dragons, and I like to read, so she got me this guy, and I absolutely love him. And then I also got a few movies. I got The Maze Runner, The Fault in Our Stars, and Divergent. My mom bought me The Fault in Our Stars and Divergent for Christmas, and then I finally got around to reading The Maze Runner, so I wanted to be able to watch the movie, so I went ahead and picked that up after Christmas as well. So those are my 3 book-related movies. Then for actual books, I won from a contest, I believe it's Atlantia, and I was very excited because it's all hardcover, and I even got a Christmas card in it. And it's definitely one I've wanted to read for a while. I'm getting more into like the paranormal and mermaid type things, so this is definitely something I was interested in. So when I found out I won, I was so excited. And then, as a treat to myself, I found this in my local bookstore. And I was going to wait for the paperback to come out because the first 2 that I have are in paperback. But when I saw that this one was signed, I couldn't turn it down. I just had to have it, so I treated myself to the hardcover. And then I also got this book, Heartbeat by Elizabeth Scott. They had this for just a couple bucks on Amazon, and I was shocked because it's hardcover and there's nothing wrong with it. There's not even any black, like, bargain price marks on it, so of course I snagged that up. And then on to the presents that I actually got. My best friend Crystalline and her family sent me a couple books, and we exchanged presents, and she sent me Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. And this is one I've looked at for a while, but I didn't know how I'd feel about it, but I've heard so many people say how good it was that I was actually going to get it. So I was shocked when she got me the first one already. And then she sent me Love Letters to the Dead. And this is another one that I've kind of glanced at, but I wasn't sure how I'd really feel about it because it's one of those kind of tragedy books. I guess it kind of reminds me of like the 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher, and I really liked that book, but it did take me a little while to get around to it. So I'm pretty sure I will like this. It's just not one that I usually pick up on my own, but once I get a little push, I usually really enjoy them. So I'm excited to finally get to that. And then I am a huge fan of Suzanne Colasante, so was so happy when she sent me So Much Closer. I actually have it in paperback, which I am going to be doing it as a giveaway for you guys because I am collecting all of her books in hardcover, so it worked out perfectly. And I have yet to read it, so I definitely do need to get around to it. And then my boyfriend shocked me because we've been together for 3 years and he has never bought me a Christmas present. He's just not really big into Christmas. So I was pretty shocked when I looked under the tree to open our presents from everybody else and found presents for him under there. And he got me We Were Liars, which is one that he was looking for me to get on my Amazon wish list. But he was afraid they wouldn't be here in time, so he ended up remembering this one and going to our local bookstore. And so he got me that one. And this is one I haven't heard about, but it definitely sounded really good, and he said he read the synopsis and it sounded like me. So it's called Faking Normal by Courtney Stevens. And I love, it's got the really, I don't know if you can see it, but the kind of like rough deckled edges. That's one of my favorite types of books, which is another reason why he got it. But I haven't heard of it, but now that I have it, it's definitely one that I'm going to be reading sometime in the month of January. And then the last one he got me was On the Fence by Cassie West, which I did get around to reading this one already, and it is fantastic. I did buy this book when it first came out, but I've had it sitting on my shelf for a while, so I felt bad because he came home and he said that he bought it for me, but then he saw it on my shelf, so he put it in a drawer and then he gave it to me in case I wanted to switch it out. But to me, he still technically got it, so I did return the one copy and trade him out for something else, but he did say it sounded just like Me and Him, and my review will be up soon so you guys can see that it does remind me a lot of Me and Him. So he did a perfect job and made me very happy with what I got. So because I was trading them out, I went to our local Books A Million and I got Anna Dressed in Blood. And because I have no self-control whatsoever, I bought me a few other books as well. I got me Tiger's Quest by Colleen Houck. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Crystalline absolutely loves this series, and I've heard a couple other people say they really didn't like it, so I wasn't going to get around to it until she was telling me how good it was. And we have pretty similar taste in books, so I've decided I am going to give it a shot. She sent me the first one, I believe, for my birthday, so I went ahead and picked up the second one so I can go ahead and get the rest of the series so I can be able to read it. And then they had a buy two, get one free sale. So I ended up getting the Summer I Turned Pretty series. So I got the Summer I Turned Pretty. It's Not Summer Without You. And We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han. And then Book Outlet was doing a special where their entire website, if you had a code, was 50% off. So I did put in an order for them. Let's see if I can do this without dropping them. So I got these from Book Outlet. Now I'll show them to you individually. I got Just for Fins by Tara Lynn Child. And I already have the first two. I have yet to read them because I'm one who likes to have all of the books of a trilogy or a series before I get around to them. So I do have the first two. So I knew I needed to go ahead and get the third one so I could finally be able to sit down and read them. And then apparently Crystalline's very popular with this video because I did see this as one of her favorite books that she read this year, and I knew I had to get it because of how much she loved it. So I found Out of Play by, I guess it's Niree Dawn Jolene Perry. I don't know if I pronounced that wrong, or I'm sorry if I did, I didn't mean to, but Out of Play. And then I got The Kissing Booth by Beth Reekles. I got Jessica Rules the Dark Side. I have had the first one for probably 4 or 5 years now. I've just never gotten around to it as well. My TBR pile is just huge, so I have a really hard time getting around to them, but I am not signing up for any more review books for right now just because I'm going to try to get my TBR pile down just a little bit. So I picked up this one. And then as I was saying how much Crystalline loves the Tiger's Quest, I found books 3 and 4 on Book Outlet. 4 is not out in paperback that I could find, so I did have to get this one in hardcover, but my other 3 are in paperback. But now that I finally have it, I should be picking this up sometime in February to get that one going. And this one's my favorite cover. I don't know, I just like the purple and the little dragon, and very curious to see what it's all about. And they're really thick books, too. I think this one is 543 pages. And then I got the second book in the Anna Dressed in Blood, The Girl of Nightmares by Kendare Blake. Got Reboot by Amy Tintera. And then I have Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. And Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. So I finally have the rest of those as well. And that is all that I got for Christmas and the month of December. I know this video is kind of long, but I wanted to make sure you guys saw them all and kind of explain it a little bit. And I'm a little sick, so I apologize for the onesie. I just really didn't feel like changing. I figured you guys wouldn't mind. So if you want to leave me any comments to let me know how you enjoyed this video, if you got anything similar, I would love to hear from you guys, and I will try to make more videos soon. Thanks, bye!